Check out my roses, guys. They are just looking fantastic. Just dumped in the average soil that we just had laying in the backyard because they were only going to be here a week or two, and you know what? Seems to be doing them well. They are absolutely thriving at the moment. I cannot wait to get them actually in the ground, in position, because they're putting on a magnificent show at the moment.
Alright guys, it's Judgment Day. Peter and his crew are back here doing the concrete. Doing a concrete eave on this one. Apron. Concrete apron on this one. And they're doing the other back half of this other shed, which they've already started doing. I just got my ass kicked by Alison because I haven't got the camera set up yet, so stay tuned guys. Good job, boys. Let that bake for a while. Alright guys, the boys are finished. It's 1 o'clock or something in the Arvo. Done a freaking awesome job. I love the way these guys work, man. They just get in and get it done. Looks so freaking awesome. I can't wait till this apron's done the end of the week. And they're going to be back either Friday-ish or Monday next week. They're going to do the apron along this part, apron out here, and then it's all done. It's going to look fucking awesome. I was watching Peter smooth this out before with the paddle machine, whatever you want to call it. When there was a line going through here with the shade, so this part was in the sun, this part over here was in the shade still, and when he got to this part here that was in the shade with his paddle board, geez, you could tell it was still wet. They've done a freaking awesome job. I wish I could concrete like this. I said to Alison it looks like it sags down here in the middle, but they went and sorted it all out. They lifted it all. We didn't think he was going to have enough concrete to do this. I was shitting myself. I even reckon Peter was shitting himself, but just had enough. Had this little bit left over here. I'm going to go smash up with a crowbar and stuff so it's not in my way for when I put gravel around here. But yeah guys, that's it. Job's done. I'll let the dogs out now so they can run along it.
Alright guys, so I'm back out in the field. I'm going to be painting all of this row. I want to try and get that done today. I'd actually like to try and get the whole thing done, but it always gets dragged away. So I'm going to be realistic. I'll try and get to the end of this row today. Because the sooner I get this done, the sooner the wire goes on, the sooner we get the dahlias in. It's becoming more and more important because they're all starting to wake up. Some of them are starting to dry out. So I really, really need to get this job done. Like usual, it's just crappy weather. Normally we're like mid-30s and that by now in November, but it's actually freezing here in South Australia this year. Very uncharacteristic. So I'm going to change into my painting jumper. So I get paint on the same jumper again, and then I'm going to get stuck in. And little Missy May here insists on coming. And you're freezing, aren't you? Because it's cold out here. So go back in the house. It's actually really cold out here today, even though the sun's out. Alright, I've got my painting jumper on. Go and open the paint, give it a stir, fill up my buckets, clean my water out of my roller and get started. Get this cracked open, give it a stir, fill up my paint trays. I actually chewed through this paint. Surprised how much I've used. Always. Always. Okay, I've got my painting shirt on. Alright. Stir, stir, stir. So it's clean or never the end of it. At least it's cool today, so standing out in the paddock isn't as bad. So the more I can get done while it's cool, the better. And the sooner I get it done, the sooner we get dahlias in the ground. I keep promising we're going to get them in the ground, and everything just keeps coming up. So get these cleaned off as best I can. Fill that up. Whoop. Fill that up. The wind. Up the lid back on. See how far we can get today. Yep. Yep. Alright guys, while I'm painting, I'll be sorting these gates out for me. How much?
3 metres and 15.
Then you've got to add a gap for the...
Yep.
Do you need any more hands?
No, that's it, thanks.
Alrighty. Well, I'll go back to painting and Albie can put some gates up. It's turned into a nice day. Alright, keep going with my painting. We just
What is your dog doing?
have to-
Richie!
Oh!
I like how she wrote it down too.
Not only did you scare the crap out of yourself, you also scared the crap out of Max, silly girl. They'll have to go over there, I think, because otherwise those ones will just have to be pulled there. So we've got room on the table to do what we need to do. Geez, guys, so much work to do today. I have some potting mix there, so we can get started with those. So we'll get started and I'll go back and get other stuff. I've got to water the plants. Okay. So here's the dealio. That can go on the table. We'll have to move it once we've filled it. There. I'm going to fill it like a third full with some potting mix and then we'll get started. But I'll quickly do some watering. I can go there, that's out of the way. Alright. Watch out, Missy Bay. Make sure this isn't hot. Which I thought it would be. How hot are you? Hot. Hot, 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 hot. That's fine now. Right.
There we go. Watered. All right, now that we've watered, I'll keep these lids because I'm going to use them to store dahlias later in the year. Okay, guys, so Chloe's here today and we are going to start waking up tubers. Well, some of them are already woken up, but I need to get them out of the bags because some of them are starting to dry out, not look so good. So they've got to be woken up. I've already done some already, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we've got so many more to do. So Chloe's offered to come and give me a hand today and help me pack dahlias. So just fill that up to about, doesn't have to be too full, it's just a bit more. Yeah, that'll probably be enough. We just want enough to have a bed of dirt just to sit the dahlias in. Okay guys, so I have these boxes here and all those boxes you can see down over here are all, these boxes all on the ground here, are all full of tubers. There's probably, I don't know, lost count, maybe 200. We'll see how many there is. I think there's probably 200 tubers that need to go into some type of soil, start sprouting. Ideally they'd go in the ground, but we're not ready yet, so this is the way to wake them up, get them going before we get them in the ground. So, got these styrofoam boxes here, which I'm just putting a little bit of soil in the bottom, just enough basically to cover the bottom. That will give them a medium that'll we'll be able to keep moist so that they don't shrivel, and I'll show you a few as we go through that have shriveled. So Chloe's going to help me put them in, label them and get them going. So we'll get started and you can see what's going on. I have my caddy here with all my bits and bobs that I use for the plants, so pens and labels and scalpels and all sorts of stuff. So that's here, so we can get started. I have a book here that I've written all my orders, who I got dahlias from, when they turned up, if there's any issues with them. So that's all here, so we can keep cataloguing that. And we're just going to work our way through one box at a time. I went through the other night and wrote the names on all the dahlias. So last time I had to write the names and the labels. This time it's just writing labels. So I think I'm going to get Chloe writing labels. Then I'll pop the dahlias in as we go. So hopefully it shouldn't be a slow process today. I don't know where she is at the moment. So just so you can see, here's a dahlia tuber. He's actually in pretty good condition. He's not really shriveled up or anything, but if I get it close enough, he has 1, 2, 3 little eyes. They're all going to sprout shoots. A lot of them are like that at the moment, so they do need to go in the ground. So I'll get Chloe started. She'll write the names. I'll pop them in here and we'll just keep going. So these all came from Dahlias, which I think I've already ticked them off. They should be in here. In this box, you can probably use the highlighter. All right, I'll unpack the box, you write on them. And if there's any really long sprouts, which I think they're gonna be, I may have to. So this is Barbara.
Barbara Benefit.
Yeah, that's her. Bonafide, yep. So write her one. This little guys. Do you want me to start writing as well?
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to work out how to cut down to write before I go to
This guy. So I said to you, some of them are starting to shrivel. See how shriveled this guy is? That's why I've got to get him in, because he needs hydrating. So once we get him in the medium, bit of water in him, he should be fine. Because you can see, he's got this. This is probably, should be in the ground. So what I'll probably do with this one is take that as a cutting, put it in some hormone rooting powder, rooting gel, and then I'm going to pop that in a plug. So I'm just going to go grab some plugs quickly and the hormone stuff, and I can actually do plugs as I go. So I will be back. Juliet's the next one. You can just
I'm just going to start doing it.
writing labels. All right, I'm back. These guys. Put them in water and they just drink it. There we go. And then they retain the water. So there's a plug, and I've got a big plug tray inside that I'm putting all the cuttings in, but to make it easier for when I'm out here, you can squish them up heaps more, by the way.
These guys?
Yeah.
I just put them in here, you had them spaced out.
I'm just gonna pop the plugs in here for now so I know. This one's Juliet. It's the only one I think I need to take a cutting off of. So I should have a scalpel. Scalpel! Thank you. Scalpel, so normally I'll be doing this on a table to make it easier, but I'll do it on the side of the box. You just cut the shoot off like that, very carefully with the scalpel. It's off. And then, where was Juliet? Oh, she's there. Oh, Florally Sea Star is, I need a one of those written out on the paddle pop sticks. Then I just use rooting hormone. Dip it in there so it's got plenty on it. And then dropped this yesterday and wasted half of it. There should be a green pencil looking thing in my caddy. Can I grab it for me? Yep, that one. So I can poke a proper hole in this. There we go. This one bends a bit, so I'll make it so he can get in there. And we just slide him down nice and deep into the plug. I'll just try and squeeze the plug back around him. And that was Florally Sea Star. So I'll pop that in there. It'll go in the proper plug tray when it gets back, but just so we've got somewhere to put him in for now. So that's the first of the plugs done. Gee, yeah, he's got an eye.
I tried Ocean.
He's got an eye.
Ron's beauty, alright?
He's tiny. See, they come in all shapes and sizes. Check out this little guy. But as you can see there, he's got a tiny little eye. He'll still grow. And I'll show you really big ones, so you can get them tiny like this, you can get them huge, they'll all still grow.
Huge like this.
Yeah, that's not huge, but, and he's a bit ugly looking. He's a fugly. And he's a bit shriveled, so he definitely needs to go in. But you can see there, he's got a little eye, that's all that matters. How nice are those ones?
I do. Look at the detail on this one, guys.
So each seller does their own thing, but these guys, pod flowers, highly recommend them. The medium that they pack them in is really good. So it actually protects the dahlias a lot. So you get them out like this one here. Happy as. He's got a nice shoot, he's not shriveled because they pack them in a really good medium in the bags.
A lot of detail about them.
And then, yeah, they send you a picture. They give you the detail of where they came from, size, height. Highly recommend these guys. Go to a lot of effort, and they put these stickers on, so yeah, I'm impressed. So most suppliers will always check that you have a little eye on their tuber before they send them out. If, you know, most of the high profile, good for a better word, dahlia growers will always make sure they've got an eye before they send them out to the world.
Starting with
Vera's Elma. Whoa.
Look at this funky guy, fellas.
Yep, so this is like the body of the tuber, neck, and then the head. So you see this one, very long skinny necks, and this one over here, well, he might actually be getting an eye now. So to start with, this little guy over here didn't have an eye, but I can see there's an eye coming. So
Vera Elma had an eye. Sunset didn't have an eye.
no, I'm talking here. See how like there's one here with an eye, and there's an eye there.
There, yep.
So now what I can actually do is cut that down the middle there now, and I'll have 2 tubers for the price of 1. So, do you want to pass me my snips that Albie was using for his spark plug this morning? My precision snips that he decided were spark plug cleaners. So I'll just cut this straight through here, and now I have 2 tubers. So I need another Vera Zelma tag. Because I'll put 2 in. 1. Oh, how am I going to do this? 1, 2. There we go. And that will fill up this box then. And that's Vera Zelma. Where was the other one?
Right here. Right here.
Oh, can't see for looking. All right. I think I'm just gonna have to line them along the ground here, maybe, or maybe I can put them over there.
Under the stairs across. I don't know.
I'm just gonna pop it over here for now. We can move it later, so we can put another box up. Okay, that's the first box done.
They're all ready to go. Everyone's got their tags ready. We've got Leone's Destroy.
I'm not holding out much hope for this guy.
Sunshine. Sunset.
Sunset, yeah. A, I can't see a single eye on him, and B, he's been cut in half, so. I would not say this is a quality tuber, guys. All right, we'll see. Did you write cut in half, no eye? Oh, I've written it already. So what I've done is, like, I'm on a dahlia site and people put up dahlias for sale, and there's
These guys all over the special fancy ones.
some big breeders that obviously dominate the market, but I did try and spread the love and buy dahlias from a number of different flower breeders, including the small guys, because everyone has to start somewhere. African Sunset. Okay, so she's got a really long sprout on her, so I'm going to cut that and take it as a cutting. So, I'm going to wet a plug down. Pop it in here. I told Albie we need a she shed to do all this in, so that Chloe and I can be just seated, come from the she shed next year, aircon cranking.
After you've taken a cutting from him too.
Sweet.
Just so you know.
Go lop that off there.
Still on the tape again.
So good. Got him. Yep. I dropped this last night and lost half of it. Brand new bottle. I was not happy. My div to make sure he's got a big enough hole to pop him in so I don't break him. Oh, see this one here, there's two eyes there, so if I wanted to I could cut very delicately across the middle there and create two, but I'm not that desperate, so I'm just going to leave them together because I don't want to cut it in half, wreck it and not have one, so they're staying together. These are a local South Australian one, and the yeah, yep,
Poppy patch flowers.
in South Australia, a local one.
Look at how pretty that
I love,
is.
yeah, I love the paper that she sent. I'm like, I love that paper.
It's all about the look of things.
For the packaging, right? All right, guys, we've been on another adventure. I actually worked out that there is a sawmill that's only about 20 minutes, is it, from here? Maybe not even quite 20 minutes from here.
20k.
It's on dirt road, you don't even have to go out on the main road if you don't want to. And we needed these timber for the top rails for the garden, and they were cheaper than anywhere else, including the big green building, Bunno's. So we've just ducked out and got this. Going to offload it into the shed, put something down to protect the floor, and then over the next couple of days I'm going to paint all these. At least I've got somewhere to get out of the weather and paint, because it's supposed to be raining over the weekend, so I can sit in the shed and paint instead of out in the paddock. Albie's got his two wheelchairs all lined up in here out of the weather. Hey Maxie. But it's not raining at the moment, thank God. Alright. Put you guys down and help Albie unload all this timber.
Okay guys, this is the top rail that's going to go all the way around the flower patch out there, and we don't need one, but I want it to look nice, so I'm putting one on, because I think it'll just finish it off, and we're going to go have a cuppa now. Right guys, just going to give you a quick update on the tunnel, show you how many dahlias we got in and where we're at with that. I think we're about at 180 now, and I have 4 boxes that have just arrived, another 2 at least that are on their way, so there's at least another 100 and something still to get in. So let's give you a quick tour, show you what we've done. Here are the original lot that I stuck in. There's 90 of them. I've actually gone through and taken some cuttings off of these and put them into the little pods so that I can get some more. Down here is all the boxes of dahlias that Chloe and I did the other day, and they're all starting to pop their little heads up, so we'll take cuttings off some of these. There's another, I think, 90 something here that we got in, so about this much again to go. And then these seedlings are just absolutely booming, desperately need to be in the ground. As soon as the fence is up, these are the first things going in. And I have my rogue tomato plant there. Don't know how that managed to sneak in, and I'm assuming this is a cosmos of some description, so I'm interested to see what I get from that. Yeah, but these dahlia seedlings are just doing absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this is the tunnel. I'm about to go through and water. It's a bit dry, some of it, so it's getting to water now, and then we'll go from there. All right, gonna get stuck in, give everything a water, and then I'm going to paint, but it's hot today, so I really want to get the painting done. I don't really want to be out in the heat, so we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so here's all the cuttings that I have taken from those dahlias so far in the plug tray. And these here are some cuttings I took off of chrysanthemums that Albie bought me some flowers, and I really like the chrysanthemums that were there, so I decided to see if I could strike some flowers off of a bunch of flowers that I got. So I'll keep you updated. The ones that are purple, after I struck them, I realised that they've sat them in dye to suck the dye up so that they could colour the flower. So those purple ones didn't take, I'm not surprised, but these little green ones here seem to have taken, so I'm going to keep you updated on those, because then you can go buy yourself a bunch of flowers. If you like the flowers, take a carton, pop it in, got yourself a plant. And these are some cuttings that I took earlier before the plugs arrived. These are a few not happy dahlias at the back, and a tuber that Jordan thought was dead, so I'm trying to bring that back to life for her that she bought. And then I had a few cosmos left, so I've just potted them up in a pot at this stage. So that's where we're at with that. Albie's not happy because I always take over the bathroom with my plants, but told him he's got to build me a she shed and then he can have the bathroom back. Plus we never use this spa anyway. Alright, Albie's going to get this gate in. I believe he's going to dig a hole here to put the gate in. While he's doing that, I'm going to keep painting, see if I can get all the way around, get all these posts painted today, because I am sick of painting at least fence posts. So I'm going to just push on. We're supposed to be stinking hot today, but the weather's closing in, so I'm going to try and get this painted before it rains. So I'm getting stuck in. Let's go. Let's go, Missy May. Mama's got to paint.
Alright guys, I've cleaned this gate up. This is the gate we're going to put here. This was laying around. Looks like shit, but I'm going to put other mesh on it. I left all the old wire on there. cut off all this shitty mesh that someone's put on it. A bit over there up against these.
Right. Done. Shout, Maxie. Oh, well, we've got to. Quick, out of the way, I don't want to paint you. Alright guys, I'm trying to get these poles painted. As you can see above the shed, there's a wicked storm on the way, so I'm really hoping I can get the poles painted and it doesn't rain. And you probably can't see Albie behind the bale, but he's just sitting on his excavator with his dog, doing a whole lot of not much. There they are, just sitting up there on the excavator while I'm working. Check out that storm brewing behind him. We will see if I can get these poles painted. I'm just hoping it doesn't bucket down and wash all the paint off. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know what to do. I've started now. I'm committed. I am committed, Albie. I'm hoping it dries relatively quickly and it doesn't all get washed off the post. Right guys, I made it to the end of all the way around except for the two posts that Abby just put in, and now I've got the two gate posts to paint, so I'm almost done and I am so over painting at this point. Damn it, I'll get something to wash that off. Right, those posts are painted. I've got two over the paddock to paint. I had to finish the bottom of that one over there that had the string on it. Once they're done, that's me done. Alright guys, every single post is painted. And it's taken me, I think, about 4 hours today. But I was determined to get it finished. So now I'm going to go and take a well-deserved break, I think. Alright guys, that's a wrap. I'm absolutely covered in paint. It's all over me. So I finished all the painting for the posts. I've got rails to paint still, but the posts are all painted now, so now we can start putting the mesh on. So it ended up hot. I've been out here for about 4 hours. I'm absolutely done with painting, so I'm going to go and clean up my brushes, put the paint away, and I think I'm going to go have a shower because I'm covered in paint.